hold the camera like it's turned on. Love, no, not love.
Hello and welcome. Today we're at the Six World Resort in the Philippines, where I am with the most chaotic Filipino family you can imagine, having a lovely time at this amazing resort and water park. Now, the camera will get hijacked from time to time, but this is a full walkthrough of everything that is available to offer. So we're going to go from these three slides just here and do a full loop round. At certain points within the video, when we get to a new activity, you will see different people doing different bits and pieces, and the last sort of 15-20 minutes of this video is where the camera gets hijacked, and then you can see it going all the way down the slides and all of that kind of thing. Now we are here in off season. We are the 17th of May is when we turned up to here. So some of the bits and pieces aren't yet running. Other bits of the water's been taken out for them to do a deep clean. And we are in a off-peak season on a off-peak day. So as far as I'm aware, at the moment, they are only open Thursday to Sunday. And of course, with the day and age that we're in at the moment, not everything is open due to power problems and things like that. But it is one of the most spectacular days for fun I have had in a long time. So I can't thank every single crazy Filipino that I was with then for a lovely day. And watching this back is already bringing back fantastic memories. So with regards to the bits and pieces they have on offer, you will see that there's loads and loads of different areas where are covered. Those areas are different seating, so you can see all of that in the middle. When you first check in and book in, depending on how many people you are with, they will then give you the number of where you're going to go. You can see you've got the yellow bit just there with a smaller table, so it's obviously for a smaller family. Then on this side, we've got the blue roof, and then it is a much larger area. But what we are about to do is come to the wave pool, but also is a really nice calm paddle pool as well. But 1.5 hours, I think, one time a week, or sorry, one time a day, this is about to happen. So I will now go back to a previous bit of footage so you can see loads of people having a bit of fun, and I'll catch up with you shortly. See just how popular that activity is. So I got a bit tongue-tied at the very beginning. So this is on for 30 minutes one time a day. It used to run a little bit more because obviously this is the full-blown wave pool, but because of cost of actually running these things now, it is only on one time. I think it was about 1 p.m. is when it was on during the day, so it was nice and active for everybody. You can see everybody having a lovely time. You could go all the way to the very back. There was a lot more footage that I could have added, but that was where everybody just ended up sort of floating off to. But if you were right at the back, which is where we're going to be walking to past all these tables and chairs now, it would have just been a really small ripple in the water, so you could have some teeny tiny ones in there if you wanted to, and it would have been absolutely fine. And then the more brave you are, obviously the further you move forward, but everybody seemed to enjoy that. Now there's quite a lot of different slides and things. Like I said, we will be doing that, so we'll get to the next activity, add in a little bit more of the highlights of that activity, and then we'll come back and we'll just keep going around in a full loop so you can see all the different bits and pieces that are available. And then, like I said, the last sort of 15-ish minutes is where the camera gets hijacked, and then all the kids are actually going down the slides themselves, so you can just see how much fun everybody is having. Now this is sort of like the main area here where you can eat or well, you've got the ability to eat. But if you're eagle-eyed, on the left-hand side, there's loads and loads of barbecue pits as well, and there's loads of shower blocks. But this is what I mean by how calm it is. So it was like this, apart from the 30 minutes, it was like this the whole time. So if you are on a table and chair to my left-hand side, was everything behind me is just full of different areas where you can eat and drink and just bring your own food. You can literally have your own barbecue if you wanted to. People singing karaoke and all that kind of stuff. You could just literally watch the little ones running into this bit and come back. There is a smaller area for the little kids and big ones alike to go into as well, where you've got like the little drop towers and all that kind of thing. Then it keeps on going, and there's much larger slides as well. So towards the end of the video, actually, there was an area that they had actually blocked off, because I do believe they're doing some sort of work, which is going to be a lazy river and another swimming pool access as well, which does look nice and exciting. You've got loads and loads of different fresh shower water areas everywhere. They're lovely and cold, so you can just jump underneath there and do anything you want to. But you can see what the setting is like with regards to all the trees, the palm trees and everything. It is so relaxing, even though it is also very chaotic at the same time, because you'll be running around and screaming. But this one here is meant for the much smaller ones. It's not deep at all, so you don't have to worry too much. There is obviously life vests that you can hire if you wanted to, and the yellow things that everybody was bouncing around on, they are available for hire as well if required. But yeah, that's what I kind of like the look of. All the beautiful blue sky. We're very lucky with the weather as well, so yeah, you can't really go too wrong. But that whole row in front and to the left is all different seating area, all by that big bit of water, and this is just one of multiple areas where you can just basically set up your own barbecue and do whatever it is that you want to do. They have also got a shop on site, which we will be taking a look at shortly as we start to walk around. There's also a play area that you can do some different bits and pieces, and there's also this water area. Now to my left hand side is in the shower block. Clearly I'm not going to be filming the shower block and the changing area, but that is a big block to my left hand side. And then you've got this area just here where you've got sort of this water section. Now this water section is all for different paddle boats. It's all included within the actual fee of entering in. There's a member of staff just hidden around the corner, sat down. Now if you want to, it does turn into a destruction derby, as you can see now.
Sa'yo na yung bawas kikit. Ano man?
Pwede ba natamo, te?
Ano man? Asa ka?
Ali, te!
Asa ka?
Pwede mo, te?
Pwede pa ta dito. Kasi maglahi. Pwede magbibitay mo. Ali, direct ka. Ah, dili ba ka? Olang ka ka ba? Isog mo, banggaray tabi. Ha? Tadi isog ko tan, banggaray tabi. Tagap gid mo ra di na. Uy, asir giatan ka di na biya na masalom sa tao. Bahala, wa joy mo kuha sa imo. I just told them that I'm gonna bump them. So
well, we can bump them if you want. We can go backwards, bump them and move forward. That's not a problem.
I just scared that I'm gonna bump them so they will fall off together. Di ko gustong stress.
Hold that.
Chaos and where it needs to be, but we are carrying on. So where the video pauses, it carries directly off from. This was an uncut walkthrough originally. Now I'm just adding these little different bits and pieces in. So you can see that that's obviously at certain parts of the day it is extremely quiet with regards to the water, and there is plenty of different bits and pieces to actually use as well. So it's not like you would have to queue up for a long time. If there is a bit of a queue, you still get 2 or 3 laps in anyway. If there's no queue, you can basically stay on it as long as you want. Now this is the adventure playground, so you can see you've got loads of different slides. Again, you've got a little seating area if you wanted to eat up here, especially if you've got smaller ones and they didn't want to swim or anything like that, because there's so many different activities that you can do here. This is the little mini mart. Now what caught my eye, which everybody else ignored because nobody ever listens to me when I'm away, it says available here, and it says It says cans of beer, bottles of beer, and hard liquor is the first three things that they're advertising. So I'm assuming all the parents get extremely stressed out from the kids because there is soft drinks available, but they don't even have that mentioned on the sign. There is a 6 bullet point sign at the front, and the three are all about de-stressing yourself away from the little one. So you can see the adventure playground's on the right-hand side. Carry on walking down. There's another seating area, like a restaurant type area on the left. Plenty of cold drinks available in there as well. And it's also a little place where you can actually order some food, I do believe. That is your collection point and return point for those big yellow things in the water, if you needed them. Now, to my left-hand side is actually the entry and exit. So you've got this really nice arch walkway as you go through. And, of course, it's lit at the top. So when you start walking through, it does look very, very effective indeed. It does look very, very nice. And the parking's really large as well. This bit confused me a little bit. I'm not 100% sure the full purpose for it. I don't think you can get married there. I think it might be just be a place where you can quickly go and pray. So take it with a pinch of salt with regards to what it is that you're seeing and what it is that you think that you can do there. But again, every single thing with the canopy over the top is just a different place that you can go and sit under and eat and do that. So you can just imagine how many families are here and just how busy this is going to be. Now, the slides. Right, so now we're going to carry on walking up the stairs. Like I said, it stops where it starts, and then we just carry on as we do the big circle. We will be going back to the slides once we get up to the top, because it's a gorgeous photo opportunity up at the top. If you wanted to, it's actually behind the slides. And then I think the camera gets hijacked for a minute or so you can see everybody else going down all of the other slides and a little bit of fun for a minute or so. And then I will carry on, basically, with the rest of the loop. Then I think we have a look at all the bits and pieces from behind the scenes as well. And then the camera gets hijacked. So you can see just up here is a really nice little area. So you've got a couple of different slides so you can go down. One is obviously out of order. Then you've got the other three as well. And you will see those in all of its glory in a couple of minutes' time. But as we wrap around and walk past sort of all the different gardens, a couple of different ways you can sort of spin this if you wanted to. There is a really, really nice backdrop, which I would imagine is actually the thumbnail that was used for this video, and it is absolutely stunning. You can see all of the park, you've got all of the bits and pieces in the distance, and it does look very, very nice indeed. And if you just wanted to chill out up here, away from everybody else down at the bottom, there was nobody else up here. You've got a table just there. I'm sure there'll be a couple of chairs and things. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens in the future with just how busy these areas are. Somebody's already brought a chair up to the right hand side, so they're just enjoying this view. It's just paradise, this bit of the park. It's so peaceful and it just looks absolutely stunning. So I'm going to let you guys and girls enjoy the slides for the next couple of minutes, and then we'll catch back up where we left off just from here, and then we'll carry on with the tour of the park.
For today's video, namin 6 world.
dagan, dagan, dagan. Do maka-inspirasyon.
Ikat na sa inyo ha, day?
Yes.
Taga-talaingod mo na.
Dili man may ata man. Lo maka-inspirasyon. Kang kini mo kon. Nati typos. Lo maka-inspirasyon.
Right, so this is the last segment now with regards to the tour itself before the camera gets stolen and you have more quality footage like that to come. So like I said, there's lots and lots of different ways around this park. So you can just walk all the way around the outside if you want to, or there's lots of cut-throughs through the middle, and we will be exploring all of those over the next sort of 10 minutes. And then the last 15 to 20 minutes is hijack footage, which is what you've just seen just there with all the little ones going down the slide. So if you want to see them running off and seeing all the different bits and pieces, then obviously you can see more stuff with just it being used on the slides itself. Now, if you're wondering what that path leads to, it leads directly to a front door of the hotel. So there is, because I said at the very, very start of this video, it is a resort. You can stay on site if you require, which I think is a really nice touch. So I don't know how much it is overnight. I'm sure there's a website available and it's got all the current information on there. But it would be quite a cool place just to sort of stay at, because you could literally go in for lunch, you could come back out, you can do all these little bits and pieces. It is so big that you could easily spend the full day here. And going by what the drive back was like on the way home, which took about 2 hours from current location, me doing this voiceover, every single person fell asleep on the way back. So that is not too bad going. So I'd say it was rather successful. So you can see that you've got the big slides on the left-hand side. The smaller pool on the right-hand side is obviously for the smaller slides, but your eyes aren't deceiving yourself. Then is another pool further back. So if you are lucky enough to get into that corner, you basically got your own private pool. So rather than being by the wave pool, you can come all the way around to this side instead. So you've got all these different little photo opportunities, and you've got more shower blocks, and you've got all the different places where, again, where you can just sit down. You've got more barbecue pits all wrapped around the outside. But you can see you've got the much, much smaller slides just there to the left, and you can obviously just sit down and do whatever it is that you need to do. Now, we are going to be wrapping it all up in a straight line shortly. Once we pan back round, just take a longer look at those slides. I think there's 4 of them. One of them is a tunnel. You can see it is a good-sized pool as well, so that's quite a nice area of the park actually. And again, it's right beside all the accommodation, so I don't know if this bit gets left open a little bit longer for people of the accommodation to stay at, or if it gets blocked off. I didn't notice any of the barriers or anything like that. So now what we're going to do is literally walk in a straight line the opposite way, so past this hotel here. So you can see you've got all the opportunity to go into the mini bar and all that kind of stuff. Barbecue pits will be on the right hand side. You can see all the front doors there on the left hand side. But what we're doing now is we're going to walk all the way in a straight line until we get to the pool that we started off. And then it's going to cut, because as I walk down in a long straight line, there's lots of right turns that I could take. So literally, we'll just go down those in a straight line so you can see where it leads up, and the next one, and the next one. But I don't walk back on myself, because there's no point in you wasting all of your time. So it's one long walk forward, and then it will be self-explanatory in a second with regards to what is going to be happening. But you could easily, like I said, easily spend a full day here if you really wanted to explore these different bits and pieces. I don't think anybody else walked down here, to be honest, because just again to the left-hand side, you've got a load of tables and chairs where you can just sit down as part of the hotel. You've got little 2 vending machines. There's 2 of the vending machines that are just there for the hotel. So if you are struggling to get cold drinks at the end, there is a little mini-mart. There's one on site, but if that closes as you're leaving, there is another one which isn't affiliated with the actual park itself, so you can get yourself some cold drinks and things like that. But there's also this opportunity to get them from the hotel if required, which is quite nice. And then from your hotel, you'll be looking at all of this, which does look absolutely stunning. So again, we're just walking it in a straight line. You'll notice to the right hand side now is those boats, and there's a way down past the water on the right hand side, which I've already passed. So when I was looking at the trees to my left, I could have turned right just there. You'll see where that ends up in a second, because we'll just literally do that strip. That's how you get down to the boat. So you've got the steps to get down from that bit. There's another strip that you can walk down in a straight line here as well, and that takes you to a different part of the park. Now, as we carry on going down, you'll notice that there's open areas like this, for example, and there's another open area which looks like it's got a volleyball net on. It does, because I went back down there. I didn't think the camera originally picked it up, but you've got all these big open areas and like little bits of staging and things. So I'm assuming more sporting activities happen over the peak time period, and obviously at the weekends as well, because turning up here on a Thursday, it was still a good handful of people here, but it was just really nice to see all these things. So there is a net somewhere. It's there. I can see it because I know what I'm looking for. You can see the poles, but there is actually a net attached. So I do walk down that bit by the flower bed, and you will see the netting, and obviously that straight line past the actual volleyball, that is a completely different area where you end up, and it's obviously somewhere that we've already been to. Now we're coming to behind the wave pool. So you've got all the big generators and everything on the left-hand side. You've got a huge generator on the right-hand side. So you can just imagine how expensive this is for the park to run. That's why it only runs for half an hour once a day, because I could imagine just the expense of trying to get that wave pool fired up, and well, with the cost of living now, it is outrageous. So you can see the 3 slides in the distance. That's where we started, and you've also got the pool just there, which was empty. And now we're just at the wave pool where everybody's bobbing up and down. So what we're going to do is walk back only to the volleyball net, and now walk back in a straight line. So you can see where the volleyball net is, and if you were to cut up from the volleyball net, what it is actually down at the bottom is you've got all these different cut-throughs, which are really handy to know where they are, especially when you've got all this different seating area where you can eat and do all your barbecues and all that kind of thing. So that's what didn't get picked up on the camera. That's all the different netting. But to the right-hand side, there is a big, big map with regards to, say, number 1 to 200 or whatever it will be, and then you literally just have to find where you're sat, and then I think you get given where you're going. You get told where to go when you check in, because it does go by the size of the family, and obviously you have noticed each one of these benches are all slightly different sizes, and they're all in completely different locations. So the next one from the pedal boat, so obviously there's your pedal boat walking down like we said. If we walk around the other side of that, we come down and we turn up into another different area of the park as well. And then we'll go on a quick explore, and then we'll start to wrap things up. I will go quiet, I'll say goodbye to everybody, and then you guys and girls can watch all that and have loads of fun going down all the different slides. So, hotel is now to the right-hand side. So again, the hotel is really close to the paddle boats. There's your vending machine for reference on the right-hand side. You can see you've got the slope up, which is easy enough to obviously do. Straight line from here, you'll see where it gets through and where it actually ends up. And again, if you just wanted to grab a snack and drink, I think this takes you quite close to the little mini mart, so it's quite handy to know where these areas are as well. The view itself is not too bad, let's be honest. It does look rather nice, and it is good fun when you're on the paddle boats themselves, just going around. It is very relaxing, and like I said, you can see the people that are back on there now, and they're all doing the same thing, filming all the bits and pieces that I did. It's quite nice if you had the whole thing to yourself, or there's a few of you just going around. Simple enough, you just got the steering wheel, you've got the pedals. Unless you're with somebody that doesn't know how to either paddle properly or steer properly, you will end up crashing into each other and trees. That was all experienced over this day, but you end up just by the play area on this one. So if you needed just to pop up and pop back down, at least you know where you're going with regards to where you are sitting and just how close it is to this section. And just a little bit further on is, of course, where the mini-mart itself is. So we are now, I do believe, going to go on to a bit of an explore. So there is the pool. This is where we started. Now this is where we're finishing. So I literally done the full loop, because that's basically where I started. But you have got the opportunity just here to carry on walking up in a straight line, because there's more seats. I'm just wondering what was going on, because it wasn't blocked off. This bit was all open. As you can see, you've got all these different seating area to my right and to my left, and this is how you would get into this bit. The field was being sorted out just at the back, and then all of a sudden it's sort of like an apocalypse, where it's just stuff that either needs to be repaired, or it's just stuff that hasn't been used for a long period of time. You'll notice there's a swan neck literally broken on that bit, so you can see that they can either add them on or take them off. So the paddle boats themselves, there's loads of them for the busy period, and then you've got loads and loads of seating area just on here. Obviously when the expansion, I'm assuming this is either just closed down for refurb, or this is a new expansion that they are adding into, because it looks like they are doing quite a lot of work down here. It was quite exciting to see all of this. So that, to me, that looks like it's a lazy river going all the way around the outside, and then in the middle you have got your swimming pool. So again, you've got lots and lots of different seating areas with regards to just on this location, and it would just be quite a nice area to sit on the outside and just walk in onto that bit. But I have a funny feeling that might be down just because it is a really, really quiet period of time and they don't need the whole park open. And again, a lazy river, with the amount of electric that would use, it would be astronomical amount of money as well. So we didn't really deserve it to be on. And you can see that there is a digger doing bits and pieces. What carries on down there, I do not know. One day we'll have to go back when it is all fully open so you can actually just see where that is. I'm assuming that wraps all the way around to where the slides are. There's a load of ducks just down there, but it does look like you can carry on walking in a straight line. But that was a bit that was blocked off with the digger. So we're now in the middle park, come all the way back down, so you can see that's just over shoulder view. There's the swan with its neck broken, and then that is what you have to offer on the inside. So that's where we started the video. If you walk up the steps and then turn right, you get a better understanding of what it is with regards to the lazy river, and then we're done. The hijack will commence. And then you guys and girls can let me know in the comment sections if you've been here before. Hopefully this has been helpful for everybody. Hopefully these sort of show and tells, if you are thinking of booking to come here, I do highly recommend it. It is really, really good fun. Everybody's really relaxed and laid back, and it is just a nice thing and place to go to. But depending on when you're watching this video, let me know if these blue barriers have come down. Let me know if that is a lazy river or if it's meant for more paddle boats, because it's going to be one or the other. And then obviously you have got a swimming pool which has been completely emptied on the inside, and there's another staircase further on where it looks like you can get into it 2 different ways. But I think that is it, and I am done. So if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Again, in that comment section, let me know if you've been here before, how much has it changed since you were here last, and if you've been here since I filmed this video. See, I love seeing all these bits and pieces like that, because they've still got the life vests on the inside, so it couldn't have been shut for that amount of time. And you can see where you've got all these big generators that will push all the water and everything around. So I still really think that is I do think that is a lazy river. But what we're about to do is we're about to walk up the back of the 3 slides that we first started on, and then the camera will get taken away from me, and then you can have a little bit of fun with the rest of the family going down all of the different slides, and you can just make hopefully some memories of yourself with your own family and friends when you come here. So again, one more time guys, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one.
You want to hold it? Huh? You want to hold it?
Just push it.
Huh?
Hold it, I'll push it.
No! Wait!
I'll push it. Hold the camera and I'll push it.
No! Hold the camera like it's turn on.
It's on. I'll push it.
Love, no! Not love! Oh, they're starting the... Look, don't push me hard, love. Look! Yala! Which two? Which one? Which two?
Hi guys! For today's video, nami 6 world.
Tara, ambag na kita sa bag mo
Do maka-inspirasyon.
Sikat na sa inyo haday.
Yes.
Taga talaingod mo na.
Dili kami ata man. Lo maka-inspirasyon. Lang kini mo kon. Nati typos. Lo maka-inspirasyon. Shoutout day ko nila ka-inspirasyon. Eh, kapoy na shoutan. Wala na, heels na. Oh.
Hi guys, welcome to my family. This is Cricket, this is Christoph, this is Kim, this is Kenny, MM, and Gia. And we are a Saras family!
Na. Kanang pwede na mag-send sa pan.
Oh, yan na.
I-vlog tanan mo. Magingani pa yan, mag-vlog ko yan. Ah, so ya on.
Ah.
Unsa ni pangalan sabay natin. Slide na. Ha?
Kaya mula na lagi na ng under. Under na, okay. Pero ano?
Excuse me ha, Nagoy, excuse me, pwede maminaw. Straight ka slide ng spiral, isa-isa lang, di magdungan, di magsunod. Kung gusto mo magdungan, sa big slide lang ka ng yellow brick, ka ng lapad. Kaya duha-duha lang ha, duha-duha.
Okay, mag-inspirasyon.
Kaya kung magsalbamida, dapat lang kaya pagka-slide, pero isa-isa lang po.
Ay,
Ako din.
so magira na kayo sa
Hello vlog, welcome to our day. Asa mo ka nang gusto? Asa mo na?
Hindi kami magkala.
Bis dito ni?
Dili, please off open na. Nag-vlog si Kuya. Kita nga to agi ano.
So hi. The stairs is so Kim said that it's so tired to paspas man diri aday ba? Diri ano ang tao?
Dili to makadungay.
Kusog mangud ba? Kusog siya day.
Mag-slide mo.
Okay para wala may So this is it. I'm so scared because of the high what do you call this? High slide. Yeah. Dugayan niya. Ay, maguna to. Tungan man to. Kuskus kayo sila sa okam.
Tayang. Mag-slide ka. Dili lagi na. Ikaw pila naman ka mag-try. Last na. Last na lagi na eh. Oh. Ano yan? Last na eh. Dali ba? Last na. Last na. Gina-post, grabe na siya. Ang dali naman.
I'm scared. Hindi magkukumusta. Ba, bubayar din sara.
Ayaw eh, ano, imong taro, imong pang.
Wala, ganito lang ako ginataro. Like, pareho sa ina, oh.
Ginapog mo, manila lang ka mo. Ang dali ba?
Nawala na sabay, oh.
Ang dali, yun. Last na. Pinakalas.
Madiritso, manggagutay.
Pinakalas, ganay no. Oh.
Dugo ina, oh.
Ilan na, nakala lang ito. Yan eh. Kagunit. 1, 2, 3, go.
Ah, bahala ko.
Hi guys, balik na sa kasama guys. Bitit ko. Ami dili kay dilit lang mo tin na to. Ako bitit ko. Sama pagkuan gini. Ano ba? Ano do? Mama dito. Na, hi guys. Hi guys. Dito ta, masalong-salong ta. Come on guys, asa mo ta? Balik na sa atong spot. Balik na sa atong spot. Let's go! Kuya, kung chanilas. Balik na sa atong spot guys. Karon vlogger na ta karon mga ka-inspirasyon. Mara naman tag seminar. Ara sila guys ang mga agaw. Ara sila guys. Shoutout ko mga ka-inspirasyon! Hoy mga ka-inspirasyon! Ara ako mga agaw guys. Shoutout ko ila inspirasyon ha! Hi! Na, hi mga ka-inspirasyon! Bilay na tinanawang ni Moy! Wala ni Bayo? Tara! Sabay mga ka-inspirasyon, kami nasad. Kami nasad! Ay, mapalong lagi. Ay, dili din. Hi guys! Oh, dili lagi na mawala, lagi na mawala. Karon guys, banin ni ata sa wipo dira. Kita sa lalong. Diri sa to. Iyo. Sa lalong ta ambak to ba. Ambak sa wipo. Sige, paano lagi sa vlog ini? Global. Ay na, shoutout ko. Shoutout English. Sa honor aning